Okay, Kristen,
What's up?
hear me out.
Okay, listening.
If you could gain the powers of the person you dressed up as for Halloween night, who would you be?
Obvious answer: Catwoman. That's a good question. Probably like Superman.
Superman for one night.
For one night, be indestructible and
What are you gonna do that
the
night?
fastest man in the world. What do you mean? I'm gonna enjoy my powers.
Doing what?
I don't know, flying and shit, shooting lasers out of my eyes, blowing trees down with my breath, or doesn't he have like cold? He has the cold breath too, or freezing.
I don't know. I don't follow Superman like that.
I'm just saying, Superman would be literally the best. What would you be? Like a car?
Transformer.
A trash can, a dumpster. Come dumpster. Just play a bit. Sorry.
Look, I was thinking about being Doctor Strange.
That was actually pretty fucking cool.
Have the time stone.
Hopefully, you'd be smarter than him with the time stone.
I don't even know why he has a time stone. He doesn't even know how to use it.
How do you feel about how that movie went? Like when he's like, "There's only one possibility."
I feel like there's more. He lying. Cap.
Bro, you have Cap, hella Cap. I just feel like I feel like he could have did a lot more.
He could have used that time stone a lot better than what he did.
But it sounded like he said to say timestamp. Timestamp. Ah, man, what would you do if you had the ability to, control time?
I don't know. Just stop it.
What? For what? So you never run out of, never have to get the power up?
Exactly. No, be productive. Get a lot of shit done.
That's
or like try to do something, and if it didn't work out in my favor, just reverse back.
That sounds really like manipulative. Like, I guess it's not a bad,
like try to go rob a bank that don't work out.
Unless you get shot.
Could you imagine getting shot? You're like, hold on.
That'd be crazy. Reverse your life.
How far back can he go? Do you know?
I don't know. I thought he can literally time jump. Can he not?
I don't know. Like I said, he don't use that shit, right? He over here opening multiverses and shit.
I feel like they made it to where like we all know exactly what the time stone can do, but they're like, we don't want to make it too OP, so let's put variables on.
So let's get Iron Man killed instead.
Basically, he's like, this is the only way we could have won this match.
It'd be like that.
The fact that they went all the way back in time and fought a Thanos that didn't even know what the hell was going on. He was just literally just out here like, all right, I guess I'm fighting.
Yeah, I feel like, and then I also heard like when Captain Marvel had it, she could just flown away with it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And she could have snapped it because she's strong and shit.
She definitely could have took care of it.
She could have taken the heat, or at least she would have died instead.
Captain Marvel is legit like the Superman of
of
Marvel.
I don't know.
Huh. She really didn't do much in that either.
She could have done more. I feel like a lot of them probably could have done more, but especially her.
Yeah, I can do that.
But final answer, Superman. You still sticking with Superman?
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is.
Part of me wants to be Batman, so we just fight each other.
Honestly, hey, I would go hand to hand with you if you were Batman, bro. Just for that night.
Hey, bring some kryptonite though.
Kryptonite isn't real, so you said the power of the suit. The suit is what brings gives you power.
Well, then Batman doesn't have power, so I guess I get it smarter.
I guess.
I don't know.
Do you think Batman's smarter than you?
Yes.
He can fight better than you.
Yes.
So I guess you gain martial arts skills. And which Batman are we talking about?
Robert Pattinson.
Okay,
the new one. I'm taking my chances.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I was like, because there's so many different variations of Batman. Would you be like the Batman that doesn't kill?
No, bro.
So you gonna
I shoot on sight.
He going full Ben Affleck. Hey, yo, that Superman versus Batman movie, bro. He was just going ham. He was just killing everybody. I was like, this isn't the Batman I know. He was like, oh, really? Snap neck.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably wouldn't kill though. Not for the night. I'm just Batman for the night, so.
I really feel like there's nothing special with that being Batman for the night.
Yeah, that's why I'm not choosing him.
I'm Batman. You change your voice and shit. I'm Batman. All right.
Nah, my final answer would be what's his name? Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. That's a really good final answer.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would probably still pick Superman.
You pick Thanos, bro.
I could be Thanos. Nah, I think I still would rather be Superman.
There goes half of you guys.
Dang. But dude, if you do that, do they come back at the end of the
night?
Of the...
Yeah, I would say so.
That seems like such a pointless thing to do. And if Thanos exists and he has all the Infinity Stones, does that mean that you no longer have your Infinity Stone?
Multiverse, bro.
All right.
But anyways, let's hop into these or let's start this podcast.
We're gonna hop into the stories already. All right. Well, you guys heard it here. My answer is Superman and Vic is Doctor Strange. All right, but you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, bet. Getting the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris.
This is Vic.
And welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is officially episode number 31. So, thank you guys for tuning in.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys listening. And if you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. And, leave us some comments. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Vic, you have any remarks?
Yeah, like and subscribe.
All right, so we're actually shooting this episode. We're shooting 2 episodes this week. This is going to be our next week's episode. So when you see this, next week's already going to pass. If that makes sense. If you don't understand, it's all right.
We're shooting this on the 19th, if that makes it more simpler.
Yes, shooting on 19th. It won't release till the 28th? So, is it 28th? No. Roughly. Yes, 28th, because 29th is it's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's gonna release on the 28th. And yeah. So instead of like how we usually do and give you guys updates on our week that has passed, we're gonna give you updates on what we're expecting for this week coming up. So
sadly I don't have much going on, so Chris no, I mean Saturday, usual garage sales. It's weird because like a lot of my friends are like out of town. My parents are in Disney World. They didn't take me, so I'm stuck here. And the Cowboys are on a bye week, so
yeah, it's gonna be really.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna try to be productive. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I have to like catch up on.
Yeah, you can get some TikToks in there.
Yeah, get some TikToks. Catch up on Squid Games.
Yeah, you do need to do that.
I'll get there. But yeah, so I'll take it chill and productive, but I ain't got much going on. What about you?
You always hang out with your brothers.
Why would I do that? I feel like if I hang out with my brother, then that means I ended up in the casino. So
well, there's always an update there.
We'll see. What about you? What you got?
For me, like Vic was saying, we're gonna be out of town as well. We're actually heading to Denver. We'll be out from Saturday all the way through Wednesday. So Kayla has a convention that she has to go to, a work convention she has to go to, and I'm just kind of going there for vacation. So, hey, I'm just going out there and we're gonna have a good time. We're already looking at trying to do some excursions, or whether we're trying to do some canoeing out there, but that's going by like so fast. Like they're selling out quick. So yeah, it's crazy. Like man, people really want to go canoeing,
right? In October too.
So we're looking at some little things. They have like on Airbnb. They have like little, I guess excursions and stuff that you can do. So we seen this little bar crawl thing, or it's called like hopping. So we might check that out. But for the most part, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with us. We'll probably give a little bit more update whenever we do come back. So yeah, that's kind of everything.
Well,
You know, since you're gonna have so much free time anyway, you should look for some decorations for our party.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I'm on it.
I still message you. Which we're gonna probably be doing that anyway, sometime later on this week. So
yeah, because Halloween is low-key sneaking up on us.
literally next Sunday.
So get your costumes ready, guys.
Next Sunday, which would be actually
Get
this
your-
Sunday coming up.
Get your Vic and Kristen costumes ready. No.
I don't like it.
One day we'll be big enough where people are gonna be like, "Oh, we should dress up as them guys."
I don't know if I want to be that big.
I think it'd be cool.
You really want somebody to dress up as you? You don't feel like that's weird?
Well,
Is somebody gonna get some locks and be like locks in the chain?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of cool.
What would your costume look like?
Adidas hat, Adidas shirt.
You're never wearing an Adidas hat today, or Adidas shirt.
I don't know.
You got your shoes on?
I ain't got no shoes on, bro.
I'm saying you got your Adidas. Did you bring your Adidas shoes?
Oh, yeah. You want me to show 'em?
No, you don't have to show your Adidas. Okay, go ahead, show. He's already halfway there. This is the Vic fit.
But I don't know. Maybe one day we'll see.
That'd be hilarious. I think that's just weird. Like, I'd be flattered if somebody be like, "Oh, I'm trying to be like you," but at the same time, I'm like, now I feel like I got to change my style because you try to jack it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Well, you ready to hop on into these stories?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's move into our first story. So our first story, since we have Halloween coming up, we want to talk a little bit about this Halloween decorations. So this man whose Halloween decorations prompted a police visit. It was that gory that the police had to come out. So a man whose Halloween decorations have prompted numerous police call-outs is back up to his usual tricks. For many, the spooky celebration is not more than an opportunity to dress up, but be as it is something spooky, such as a zombie or ghost, or just a character from a hit TV show, or a sexy bunny. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who want to just be sexy animals. When did animals become just a sexy thing to be?
You don't think animals are sexy?
No. All right. Moving on.
I know that is kind of a weird thing though. Like cat, bunny,
Yeah.
rabbit.
It's like
deer.
let me dress up as this thing with the least amount of clothes possible.
Hey, whole life or no life?
You said whole life or no life? All right. But let's get back into the story. But Stephen Novak is not one of those people. He goes all out for Halloween. On numerous occasions last year, police were called out to his home in Dallas, Texas. That's our home. Which he had transformed into a horrific massacre site. The decorations included a wheelbarrow full of limbs, several corpses, and absolutely loads of splattered blood. And this year, perpetual. Whoa, how do you say that? Unperturbed.
Could you define that for me?
I'm not gonna do it. But it just says, and this year he's at it again. His front garden features a corpse impaled on a spike, another whose head has been crushed by a safe, and a wood chipper filled with limbs that shoots blood through the air and it crosses the lawn. It says not actual corpse and blood, of course. So this has basically has just been calling. People have been so worried about seeing this, they've called the police to go check on him. And this isn't his first time going through this.
Yeah,
so
like every year he tries to do like
up
it. Yeah, which is I find that's I give him props.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Like I always like decorating. I mean, it's kind of hard with the whole I live in an apartment. So, you know, whenever I do get a house, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to go all out like him, but.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that much, but I do definitely want to decorate at my house.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
For Halloween and stuff.
Because, yeah, he was talking about how this takes like a lot of time and effort and money.
Yeah, that has to be a lot of money because this is like real, like, that's like a real wood chipper.
Yeah, this shit it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But how do you think all these like calls are like concerned, like they actually think it's real, or do you think like some of them are like, oh, it's too gory? Like,
Probably a little bit of both.
yeah, that's kind of what I was
Um,
thinking.
I'm pretty sure he's definitely getting calls about people who are just
Like those
like
Karens.
yeah, the Karens who probably see it and be like, this is, this is supposed to be a safe neighborhood, blah blah blah, and this is like, um, what is it called? Like you're trying to portray like violence. It's like it's okay, and it's just Halloween. I've seen some pretty crazy Halloween decorations, like people who have like cars and they put like a foot hanging out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all pretty cool. But it's so funny because Halloween is. I like Halloween. I'm a big holiday person, so I just like to celebrate holidays.
Yeah.
So Halloween is a big one. I think when we get a house, I want to be able to do like decorations and stuff.
Yeah.
But Kayla's not the biggest of Halloween, so she's
I
very
can see that, actually.
yeah. So she's not like crazy about this holiday. It's so crazy that we call it a holiday too.
Yeah, and there is a thing like I know a lot of people who like love holidays, but they're not crazy about Halloween.
Yeah,
I feel like, but there are some people who like,
oh, this is like
they wait for October.
This
like,
is it.
This is their month.
It's crazy because it's literally the one day that I feel like you can be anybody you want to be, and not be judged. You want to be a hoe? Hey, for the night, that's all you.
Or for life. No judgment here.
Honestly, do you? If this is your bridge into your next, the path of your life, by all means.
But yeah, I do like going all out for like holidays, Christmas, Halloween, whatever.
Yeah, Christmas. She loves Christmas. Kayla loves Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So that would definitely be one of those ones that would be decorated for too. She's like, you're gonna get on top of the house and stuff. Hell yeah, I'm doing all of that. But yep, you have anything to add to this story?
No, just if you live somewhere in the Dallas area, go check it out.
I actually want to go check it out. I need to figure out where this house is.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
I wonder. I bet you he gets like a lot of people though. Like there's probably always people in his yard like taking pictures and shit.
Dallas is actually known like for some pretty crazy like decorations that end up on the internet a lot. Like this house. There's that one house that plays music all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's in Dallas too. So people will really go drive by these places just to see this stuff. And so it's pretty cool.
But yeah, I ain't got anything else to say on that one.
This is Halloween. All right. So moving into our next story. This isn't it's still pretty crazy. So a South Carolina man gave a face tattoo to a child at McDonald's. So I don't know what we're doing at McDonald's, but hey, tattoos for your children.
Where is this child's parents?
That's a good question. So a South Carolina man has been arrested for allegedly giving a child a face tattoo at a McDonald's restaurant. Brandon, who's 28, of Lawrence, is charged with illegally tattooing and underage tattooing. Okay, that's such a weird wording. He was charged with illegal tattooing and underage tattooing after police learned that the minor received a tattoo. The alleged incident happened at a McDonald's in Lawrence, which is in South Carolina. Authorities were tipped off by that a man tattooed a child's face at the restaurant after a customer filmed the incident and posted a video to social media. Investigators identified the suspect, unlicensed tattoo artist, as Prisha. He was arrested, and McDonald's put out a statement saying, "In our restaurant, nothing is more important to us than the safety and well-being of our customers and employees. The conduct reported is not in line with the values of our organization or in line with our expectations of how the restaurant should be run." So, going to the story a little bit more, it's just like, all right, at what point? It's a whole tattoo.
It's his whole
ass tattoo. So, did nobody hear the tattoo gun going on, or it's in fucking McDonald's,
right? Like there's gonna be people around, like coming in and out. That's what I'm also trying to figure out. Like, it doesn't even say how old the child was, but like, where I guess the parents weren't present anywhere, or
yeah, I assume if for a face tattoo, I feel like the child may have been of some type of age to make that decision. You
Mm-hmm.
know, whether it's like 15, 16 years old, you know, you're still technically a child, but
Yeah.
you know, you are still able to make these kind of decisions for yourself. So I could see somebody being like, you know, oh, you know, it's somebody who just looks a little bit older or whatever, but then they find out, oh, this person's not of age.
And how does this conversation even come up? It was like they plan to meet at the McDonald's.
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty crazy shit at McDonald's.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just weird. Like this guy asks his kid, "Hey, you want a tattoo or something?"
That's a good question. You probably found him on like Facebook Marketplace, some shit.
Yeah, I feel like if we found him on Facebook Marketplace, they could have met somewhere else. But I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Man, he's trying to make money so he can, you know, get a place to live, man. McDonald's is the only place he knows. They probably did in like the little back corner.
It's like, hey man, I got you, but I'm also a little hungry, so
I've seen some pretty weird shit though at McDonald's. Like I remember seeing somebody bring a whole gaming setup and set it up at Walmart.
Hey.
I mean, not Walmart, but at McDonald's.
Yeah, they used to have like TVs and shit, right?
Yeah, they used to. I'm saying I've seen somebody bring their TV.
Like, I think I've seen that too somewhere.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. People are crazy, but
you know, whatever. You know,
how would you feel though if you were like this kid's parent? He comes home
pissed. What do you mean? Oh man, I don't even know. Like at that point, like there's only so much punishment you could do.
I know.
Like he already has the tattoo; it's already there. Like if I beat your ass, now what? He probably was inspired by some of these rappers.
For real. Face tattoos are a new trend, bro.
They really are. They really are.
How do you feel about tattoos in general?
You know, hey, if it's your body, do what you want. I don't personally.
You don't want one at
Want
all?
one? Not really. I always tell myself if I did get one, it'll have like really like significant meanings behind it. You know, whether it's like my mom, my dad, or kids, something like that. But I just don't. I love my body how it is. So, and some what?
Why?
I'm just saying, like,
Nah, I feel you though.
what about you?
I don't see myself getting a tattoo anytime soon, but I could see myself eventually getting one.
I feel like we've talked about it before.
Yeah, like if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl,
I don't think it's that serious.
I'm about to get a tattoo.
I remember like we had a friend in high school who had got a giant ass tattoo on his back, like
Texas.
the whole Texas tattoo on his back.
I wouldn't mind a Texas tattoo. Not that big because he did it big, but
well, he also got put into like a whole like not award, but they did win an award for his tattoo. Like they put that in a show.
Did he get anything from it? Like
I don't remember what the hell he got from it. I think if anything, he probably got like a little like a ribbon. I think if he got some money off for his next tattoo. I don't know. Tattoos be costing him a lot of money.
Yeah, that's my issue with it. Like they do cost a lot of money, but I mean,
he be paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for a tattoo. Just to have something on your body. I could put that $1,000 towards a down payment on a house. Just saying.
No, I feel you. But moving on to our next story, where this man. Oh, wait, is that the right one?
Yeah, that's the right one.
Where this man spent 29 days lost at sea.
Men.
These men, my bad, spent 29 days lost at sea and say it was a nice break from the pandemic. So yeah, two men spent 29 days, and they were finally rescued about 400 kilometers from the point of origin earlier this month, having drifted all the way from the native island to the waters off the coast of New Guinea. So yeah, they spent like 29 days, bro, lost at sea.
29 days.
Apparently they had some food, like some oranges packed for the trip already, and then once they ran out, whenever they saw like a coconut like floating, they like got the boat to go over there, and that's how they basically survived, like off coconuts and shit.
Ugh, that sounds horrible.
Hey man, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
I get it, but it's like I see that they're like, oh, being lost was a good vacation, but I don't think I want to be lost and starving. Like there's one thing to be lost and like I got food to my advantage, or you know, lost at an island or some shit, and there's plenty of trees and shit I can get fruit off of. But I gotta find food that's just floating to me.
I know, and just like,
and it's a coconut. I don't even like coconut like that.
In 29 days, like,
That's death, bro.
I feel like 29 days at sea, like by yourself. I guess. I mean, he has this other person, but it's still like whenever people go into quarantine when they get the vaccine, when they get COVID. So
I don't know. I feel like when how long do you think you have to? Well, I guess since he had a person out there with him, they didn't really go like crazy. So I was like, what? At what point do you start hallucinating and shit? When you started Wilson, you start making faces out of coconuts and shit.
Right, and how big? I wonder how big this boat was too. Like, I mean, because I guess it kind of, if it's a small ass boat,
oh yeah,
I'm swimming.
That really sucks. You're really gonna die.
Like either I make it or I die. Shit. But
would you be okay with floating around for 29 days?
I don't know. I kind of want to say no.
I really don't.
It'd be a scary situation because you don't know when you're gonna be like saved.
That's very true. And the thing about it is like they're saying, oh, this is a great break from the pandemic. The pandemic's not that bad to be like floating on the river for 29 days. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. You don't want to wear a mask, but like you stay at home for 29 days and be perfectly fine. Have shit delivered to you and everything, but I don't know if I want to be out in the river or any kind of body of water.
Yeah, and apparently they had to use a piece of canvas to trap rainwater, and that's basically what they drink. Rainwater.
I pass. Like I get it. Of course you need it to survive, but like
I'm sure they did a lot of self-reflecting.
You have to do something. You get very lonely out there.
But they got, I mean, yeah, even with that other person, no judgment.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. Speaking about doing what you gotta do. In our next story, this couple floats their dream home across an inlet. What is an inlet? I'm not too sure. Kristen?
I'm not sure either. I assume an inlet is just a small body of water.
Yeah, body of water, basically. Because essentially, going more into the story, a Newfoundland, Canada couple faced with the problem of moving their dream home from its former location to their property ended up taking the direct route through more than half a mile of water.
Oh, yeah. It's not that far. It's just half a mile.
They really took shortest distance from A to B is a straight line.
Yeah.
So I guess they're like, why go all around? Well, we just go through this water. But yeah, the couple determined moving the house by land would be too difficult as there was too many obstacles in the way. So they hatched a plan to float the house a little over half a mile through the Bay of Islands to its new locations. Barrels were installed under the house, and it was tied to a metal frame loaded with old tires to keep it upright in the water. They ended up saying one of the corners of the house dipped into the water up to the second-story window at one point during transport, and the engine of the Love's boat died. But members of the community used their boat to rush to the assistance of the mover and ensure the house made it to its new location.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so they ended up I guess they had trouble moving it, but shit, they got it over there. Yeah. So,
and they said that the house is currently drying out at its new location, and the couple hope to begin renovations as soon as the permanent home to turn into their permanent home for the family. So I think that's pretty cool, like that they're able to just like, I don't know if do you think they have to pay anything for the house since the property owner basically said, hey, you can have it?
They probably, I assume they probably didn't have to pay anything for the house. I mean, getting everything ready to move it, I'm sure it costs some money.
Of course, yeah, but I feel like that doesn't cost as much. Doesn't cost as much as actually buying the house.
Yeah, I'm sure it offsets definitely. But
you think it offsets? I feel like it's profit as hell.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Depending on how bad, I guess. Because my concern is like they said that water rose all the way to the second floor.
Yeah.
In some areas of the house, like I wonder how much they're gonna have to do to repair it. Or
I think if they dry it out properly, it should be okay as long as there's no like mold and stuff. They should be fine. That's kind of the biggest thing. Once you start getting that mold, that's when it starts really messing up the infrastructure and stuff. But I think as long as they properly do what they need to do, they'll be perfectly fine. And they don't get hit by like a tornado or some shit.
Bro, could you imagine a week later?
It's just like fucking hurricane takes your house away. It was very, very different way to take a house.
They were like, in this house market, this is the only house we're gonna find, bro.
Right? Basically.
We're gonna do whatever we need to.
And it's cool that, it was just happened to be their dream house too. So, they didn't even really like, if anything, they came up on all this.
Yeah, like they had to do some work to get it across, obviously, but like you said, it's probably gonna work out in their favor.
And they said they moved it to their property. So I wonder, like, how much, like, do they have land already and stuff, except for this location?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So, hey, if you got money, you could just float your car. I mean, float your car. Float your house to a new location. Took a new term of mobile home. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that definitely is pretty cool. But you know what's also cool?
Testicles. Or not just any testicles, but a testicle bath. But going to our next story. A testicle bath birth control device earns Germany's Dyson prize.
Is that like the Nobel Prize for us? Nobel Prize just US?
I don't know.
What do you know?
I don't know much about the Nobel Prizes.
Anyways, proceed.
What's the other prize? You got the Nobel, and then you got there's the bigger one.
Not the Medal of Honor, right? Not that one.
Damn, you went to you went all the way over. No,
what's the one that I know Ellen DeGeneres got some.
That was the Medal of Freedom, or something like that.
I don't know. That's the only one.
You're going to like presidential medals. I'm just talking about like books medals and stuff like that. I can't remember it. It's all right. If you guys know what we're talking about, know what I'm talking about, just drop it down in the comments below.
Let's start using this hand.
But a German inventor, unique ultrasound testicle bath birth control device for men took top prize at the country's James Dyson Awards. Rebecca, an industry design graduate from University of Munich and inventor of COSO male birth control device, was named Germany's winner of the James Dyson Award, which celebrates, encourages, and inspires the new designers of new problem-solving ideas. So the COSO uses an ultrasound testicle bath to temporarily stop sperm mobility. The device only needs to be used every few months to keep the sperm inert and prevent eggs from being fertilized during sex. So that's like really interesting. Like they really came up with this device that it down there sounds like it's like massages your balls to make make the sperm stop doing their job.
Right.
Like it
massages them and you can't get someone pregnant. Take my money.
Here's my money. So, man, that's crazy. Like, would you be interested in something like this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Like,
I almost feel bad for women.
Why? Because the ones like birth control is always aimed at them instead of us.
Not even that. It's more of like they have to usually have something inserted inside them or
and birth control pills usually have like a bad side effect.
Yeah, like hormones, messes with hormones, whether it's hair growth or body weight, something like that. It's just a whole bunch of like, kind of like negative side effects for. And then if something as simple as this can help, I don't see an issue with using that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see. Actually, I don't. I'm kind of wondering why it's like not talked about more. Honestly.
Well, didn't it just like come out, or as far as like they just won the award for it?
Yeah, well, I guess so. But yeah, I do see this kind of picking up some traction once people know about it more.
How do you think the test went?
I don't know.
Like that's one of those things. Like
you can get this person pregnant.
Yeah, honestly, like use this and see if you get this person pregnant. But like, do they have to test? I assume they have to test like everything. So make sure this woman's fertilized and make sure she has a high eggs and stuff like that, and you have a high sperm count, and it's just like perfect candidates for each other, and they're just like, oh, okay, well, let's try this again and see what happens. And it's like after a couple months, now we know that you can't get her pregnant.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just like I don't know, testing on things just always kind of just open up a whole new
like just
like
thinking
door.
about it, like how it was done.
Yeah, crazy.
Would you? So would you get one?
Almost definitely.
much do you think these
Most
hoes are?
definitely. I assume it's expensive because it seems like it's just a device. So like, I guess I want to know what it looks like. They don't really have a picture of it.
But
Yeah, but I would at least like to know what it looks like to see if it's just something you just keep in the bathroom. You just set your testicles on it.
someone comes over, thinks it's like something else.
Ooh. But I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like we said, we're pretty big on technology on this podcast. So
Yeah,
it's taking over. How do you feel about the whole like it takes months, or it's you only have to do like a couple months?
Well, you have to use it every few months.
Yeah, like do you feel like do you trust it as what I'm trying to say? I guess
I don't see why not. If the science says, I feel like if the science is saying, hey, this should support this, then why not give it a try? Honestly, even if I was using this, I still would use a condom and stuff anyway. So I don't think this would directly just be like, oh, I'm going free willy on everything. Like it's just I'm still gonna take the proper precautions, but it just helps lower if it does help lower that that percentage. And if it helps her for any reason get off of her birth control by just doing this little precaution, then why not?
Yeah, I feel you.
I do feel bad for women who have to feel like they have to take birth control because they don't want to, I feel like there should be a male incentive as far as like being able to choose.
Hey. Yeah, I feel like this is like a win-win for everybody, honestly.
Yeah. Unless you get like a vasectomy.
And you get like a little massage.
unless you get like a vasectomy and then get it reversed and then get another one.
That sounds painful.
Honestly, when Michael Scott was talking about it, it's just
yeah.
like snip snap, snip snap. It's like, I don't even know how 3 vasectomies is supposed to work for your body.
But moving on from testicles to McDonald's,
who also probably sells testicles.
So yeah, our next story: McDonald's worker shares drive-through secrets, including how staff hears everything you say.
Everything.
So yeah, TikTok user charlatan.a revealed customers in car chats might not be so private as they linger around the order microphone. In a video which shocked some viewers, the McDonald's worker said staff can hear everything you say, even when the mic is off. Wearing his uniform, he goes on to say the drive-thru window has cameras installed to take a photo of the driver as they approach. So, did you know that, or did you?
I
like new to you.
So the one thing that is new to me is the camera, like them taking photos. Like I kind of knew that mic, they probably still hear you in the microphone. I didn't think that should have been anything really that new, but obviously I think there are some people who don't think about that, and they're probably having really ridiculous conversations with this mic right in front of them. But I did not know that they take a picture of you and be like, hey, you're the next customer.
But yeah, well, I really didn't think about that either with the picture thing, but it does make sense.
It does, but then why do they always ask you what your order is when you come to when you come to the window?
2-step verification, bro.
I guess so. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I really don't think that should have been too much of a secret.
Yeah, I don't really think it should have been a secret either. Like, I've known that. I feel like everyone should kind of know that.
Yeah, I feel like if they're able to just pop on at any second, then I feel like they should still be able to hear you. Also, but it's so funny because there are a lot of people who are like, one person had wrote and said, well, I guess they hear us arguing every time about where we're going to get and hurry up.
I always hate that, like when you're with someone and you pull up and you have to tell them to wait, and then the other person's just like, like takes forever. Like, bro.
What's worse for me, bro, I think is like when somebody is giving you a partial order and like they're giving you their order as you're trying to order. So it's like, I hate that. Like, oh, give me a say for instance, give me a McDouble, and then you're like, all right, can I get a McDouble? And they'd be like, oh, with no pickles, and you'd be like, all right, no pickles, and then they'd be like, but add this, and it's like, bro, why can't you just give me this whole order before you, before you even start talking? Because now I have to keep alternating your order for some shit that you could have just told me.
Right. It's complicated.
Actually, can you add this? Actually, can you take that off? Can you and it's like, then I start getting frustrated. And don't make it to where it's like a whole car full of people.
Bro.
That's the worst.
Like, what do you want? Okay, what about him?
Can you split this into 3 orders? That's the best. Can you split this into 3 orders? We can only do 2 max.
And then you're like, who's paying? We'll Venmo you.
How about you just pay and we'll just pay you all money back? And you never ever get your money fully back.
Yeah. So don't be the person who ends up paying.
Honestly.
I can never get your money back.
I can never tell you how many times I have like paid for something. I've never received my money back. Like there's always one person that just always just like doesn't pay the full amount. And it's just like, really? Now, do I gotta be black and get on to you?
There has been some times though, like on the other side of that, where I pay for it and then like say there's like 3 of us and it comes out to like 28. They end up sending me like more than like what their meal costs. So like somehow I benefit from it.
Yeah, like you're like an offset.
Hardly ever happens. Usually ended up short. But send your people money, guys.
You got some people who are very like generous. Like for instance, your brother Troy. Troy is very generous when it comes to like paying back. Sometimes he'll pay a pretty big portion of whatever the cost is. He'll be like, "Oh, it costs $20. Here's 10," and it's like, dude, there's like 6 of us. he's just that kind of person.
Don't compliment my brother.
I'm just saying. I like Troy.
At least one of us does. You know what I don't like? You know what I do like? My privacy in the restroom.
I was trying to figure out how you're trying to segue to this story.
So yeah, in our next story, Meghan Trainor, the what's the song All About the Bass?
Oh yeah, she is that.
Sorry, if y'all watching on YouTube, you just saw me do a little dance. But says she has 2 toilets installed side by side in her home for her and her husband to use together.
Ugh. Talk about clingy.
Right. So yeah, Meghan Trainor and her brother appeared on a podcast, Why Won't You Date Me? And during the show, Trainor revealed that she had 2 toilets installed side by side in her home, and that her and her husband, Daryl, go to the bathroom together often. So how do you feel about that? You trying to get one installed?
Not at all.
You and Kayla?
That's a negative.
You're gonna hold hands while
That's a hard negative, my guy. Like I don't even like somebody opening a door when I'm using it, bro.
I don't even like being like the way you're set up right now. Like that kind of bothers me too. Like cause it's like right there in the next room, you can like hear shit and stuff. I don't know.
I guess. I guess you're giving out the layout of my apartment. But yes, I get what you're saying. But yes, no, I would never put 2 toilets together.
Yeah, like what's the point? I don't like. What does that do for you?
Not a damn thing. Like, do you just conversate? Like, I just feel like it's like super clingy.
No.
Like, are y'all have separation anxiety or something like that? Like, she's like even to the point where she's like she doesn't like going to the restroom in public, and she only feels comfortable when her husband is blocking the door. And she revealed that they go to the bathroom together so often that they actually had 2 toilets installed side by side, like Vic said. And she said, we got a new house and we did construction. Nobody knows this, but in our bathroom, there was 1 toilet. She said, a lot of times in the middle of the night when we're with the baby, we got to go pee at the same time. So I was like, can we please have 2 toilets next to each other?
See, my thing is like, she has money. Why don't you just get another restroom?
Honestly.
Or even like, hypothetically, make it like a, like a public restroom, where like the stalls. But I think these stalls like facing each other, right?
Or something like that. They don't have like
Yeah, I don't think there's not a picture.
They don't really
they're not revealing this person's house, but like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
It's super weird. But hey, do what you want to do, I guess.
You think like they have like each toilet, or you think they're like whichever toilet's free?
I don't
you
know.
think they
That's a
stick
good
to one
question.
toilet?
I would probably stick to 1 toilet.
I think you would just stick to one. But
like, I think that helps a lot. Like, hey, don't use my. I feel like that's an argument waiting to happen. Don't use my toilet. It is so funny. It says, she said they now have 2 toilets sitting next to each other, and they use them together often. She said she and her husband have only pooped together twice because it smells foul. Oh, really? And then it said Ryan noted that while he thinks their sister and Daryl have a bond, that it's at an extreme. He said it's cool and that's their thing. I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, like I don't know. The rest of them was like, it's your time, private time.
Yeah, and I think their whole motive of this was to be able to have two toilets available when they go pee. So I guess I get that, but at the same time, like I guess I automatically think about like you're pooping together, and it's just like that's not it. That's my time. I wonder if like they feel lonely when they go poop and the toilet is just empty.
No one else is there. I wonder what they're gonna do like when this kid goes older.
Yeah,
I assume he's gonna have his own restroom.
Yeah, I assume he's gonna be somewhere else. Build a third stall.
Family time, guys.
That's disgusting. Oh my god, I couldn't do that.
Can you hand me the toilet paper?
Sheesh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna have to pass.
But just like we don't feel like it's a good idea to, have two toilets stalled with each other, it's also not a good idea to fly Spirit Airlines. As a Spirit Airlines jet engine catches fire after a bird flies into it in New Jersey. In Atlantic City, New Jersey, and a video shows a moment passengers at Atlantic City, New Jersey had to escape a plane with one of its engines on fire Saturday. It happened about 6 p.m. as Spirit Airlines plane was departing for Fort Lauderdale, Florida. As it was accelerating takeoff, Spirit Airlines said a bird flew into the plane's engine. The pilot was able to stop the plane safely despite the engine catching fire. So, Vic, tell me what you think. You flying Spirit?
First of all, no.
I say
I've never flown,
but you always heard bad things
about Spirit.
I haven't flown Spirit either,
so I'm sticking away from it. I'll stick to American Airlines.
The fact that like if you think about it, a bird can fuck up your engine. What are your plate like taped together?
What are you like in the sky and shit?
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. And they're like, I like how they put it to where like, oh, it was a large bird that flew into the engine. So, man, that's
I feel kind of bad for the bird, honestly. you don't feel bad?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, honestly, what if that bird was just like committing suicide,
bro? You think animals commit suicide?
I definitely know. I know animals commit suicide.
For real?
Yes. Honestly, animals have a lot of the shit that we go through. Animals go through depression, all that kind of stuff.
For sure.
Like they definitely go through that stuff. So yeah, I definitely think
it's a sad world out there.
Birds commit suicide.
Well, I think all pigeons are government drones, but I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
not really. Just kidding. But yeah, how do you feel about that?
I feel like I said what I wanted to say.
Okay, well,
no, but like I said, like I just it tells you a lot about their airline, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy how much damage one bird can do. So
I really don't feel like a bird should be able to fuck up your engine that much, though. Especially a plane.
I know.
To catch fire. What is it, like a fucking metal bird?
Government drone bird.
Right? It was a pigeon. It was a pigeon that exploded in the engine.
No, but yeah, so stick away from Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. You pay a little cheaper. We understand you want to get from point A to point B. Just understand. There's
you might not make it to point B on Spirit.
Or you might make it there, kind of.
Kind of.
I think there was one little not a video, but it was something I have seen before. When it was a video, it was a video on Instagram, and this guy was on a Spirit Airlines, and the announcer or the pilot came on and was like, "Hey, one of our engines is down, but they said we can fly with just one of them." And
let me out right now. Y'all can fly with one of them.
Like, we're allowed to fly with one of them, so we're about to take off. I was like, I don't want to hear that before flying off. And it's just like, is this what we do?
For legal reasons, I have to let you guys know.
It's like, yeah, we're still safe to fly. You know, one of our engines is down. We have no backup. If this thing goes to shit, that's it.
I'm getting off that plane at that moment.
Just know if you're flying Spirit, you're flying with Spirit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you, Vic. Thank you. I need that pat on the back.
And sometimes that's all we need.
Made my day.
But moving on to our last story of the day.
I
pause for your womps. Wendy's and Kellogg's team up for Frosty Chocolatey cereal. Sorry. I try not to fuck up this podcast.
Actually, I've been fucking up a little bit.
But yeah, cereal has always been a breakfast staple for many people, from Fruity Pebbles to Cinnamon Toast Crunch to Apple Jacks. And now we are getting this Wendy's Frosty Chocolatey cereal. So how do you feel about all these cereals in general? Like, have you tried any of them? Those weird ones, like
no,
Honey Bun cereal, Pop-Tart cereal, Sour Patch Kids.
First of all,
they're out there, bro.
I know they're out there. I've seen the Sour Patch Kids before, and I'm like, who the fuck's buying this shit?
I know.
And like, I'm like, there's that curiosity of like, I wonder how this tastes, but like, I'm not gonna buy a whole fucking box of cereal to see how it tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was like a little $1 bag, maybe I'll try it. Like, I think they need to do that.
Yeah, they really do need to do that, because like, I wouldn't mind trying it. But I also know that it doesn't taste as good as I want it to taste.
Yes, and that's the biggest thing. There's
like, I know I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yes. You ever and there are all those cereals that you're talking about, like Dunkin' Donuts or
yeah,
you know, the honey buns and all this other shit that they're just trying to put out, and like, hey, try this. It's fucking Twinkies and some shit. And you're like, you taste it and you're like, this tastes nothing like it. And it's just like, it's a big disappointment. I feel like this is just another one of those cereals, and then it's gonna be like, you're gonna eat this and you'll be like, this tastes just like Cocoa Puffs. And I don't know. It's just,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see how it's like profitable though. Like you're saying, like, who's buying these?
somebody has to be.
Yeah, obviously, like, I know kids probably like want to try this, but how many parents are actually buying them for the kids? I don't know. I just feel like they're losing money.
I do too, and I guess them feeling like, oh, we're getting with Wendy's and people love Frosties and they're gonna love this. But at the same time, people like Frosties because it's a different type of ice cream like texture than other. So if you put it into cereal form, I don't know if it's because it tastes better. It's just the texture of it. I don't know. It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah, I do feel like this one probably, I don't think it'd be as bad as some of the other ones. But that probably doesn't taste like a Frosty.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just gonna be fucking.
Just go get a Frosty, bro.
And it looks like it's gonna have like marshmallows in too. Is that marshmallows? It looks like marshmallows, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's gonna be like chocolate, like cereal with chocolate marshmallows.
I'd rather just like go get a Frosty and put like cereal inside of it.
Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, it's right there. This is chocolate flavored multi-grain cereal with marshmallows.
So, question then, would you try it?
If they had like $1 bag, yeah, sure. Honestly, that is a really good idea. Like, I feel like they should really jump on that.
They need to capitalize on that,
like,
for sure.
Just making small bags of like fucking, or boxes of little cereal, and just like
sample bags.
Yeah. And just, I feel like that would increase your sales. At least people can taste it before, you know,
actually
going all out. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, I do like this. I'll buy a big box of cereal now. Okay, cool. Seems like it makes sense to me. What question? What cereal do you feel like you used to eat as a kid doesn't taste the same now?
I don't know. Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like most of the cereal I ate as a kid was really sugary. I'm trying to stay away from sugary cereal.
Okay.
Sorry to give you like such a lame answer.
No, but that's I understand your answer, but that's now. But that wasn't like always the case that you try to stay away from that. I get that you're trying to stay away from it now, but you had to eat that cereal within like the last year before you stopped doing it.
Let's see. Did you always eat name brand cereal? Like Lucky Charms and shit? 'Cause mine was always like
yes and no. Yes and no.
And I still feel like the off brand to
some
me
off
tastes
brands are better
than like Lucky Charms, like Marshmallow Mateys.
Mm-hmm.
Go get these guys some.
The fact that you're just like right off the top like Marshmallow Mateys.
Like, I don't know. So in a way, it's kind of weird because growing up on Marshmallow Mateys, like my childhood, and then actually trying Lucky Charms, I'm like, this doesn't taste the same, but I don't know if Lucky Charms changed because I didn't have it as a kid. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
But I would if I was to give an answer, it would probably be Lucky Charms.
Okay, well, do your off-brand cereals. Like, do you feel like there's off-brand cereal that doesn't taste the same? You feel like Marshmallow Mateys taste the same as they always did?
I feel like it's a little less sugary. Yeah. So I guess no. What about you? What cereal you have in mind? Because I know you got an answer.
Of course, I have an answer. So, for one, Trix. I don't know if you ever had Trix before in your life, but Trix cereal does not taste nothing like it used to as a kid. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, now it's just because you're an adult now, and you just don't taste the fucking flavors
you can't taste it anymore."
And like, no, it just doesn't taste like it used to. Like, I remember when they changed the Trix into the fucking little balls.
Oh yeah.
And then they decided, hey, we're gonna go back to the original like fucking shapes and shit. And I was like, okay, cool. And I remember trying them again. I was just like, this just isn't it anymore. Like, it just doesn't taste like. And I think it's for those dietary reasons. Like, a lot of companies are trying to hold back on the sugar and stuff like that because
people won't buy it if it's too bad.
Yeah, I guess people are being more like noticing the nutritious facts of things a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. What's another one? French toast, Kellogg's French toast or something like that. No, waffle crisp. Waffle crisp don't taste like they used to. Those things used to be smack. They're good still, but they're not nearly as good as they used to be. And
back in my day.
It's not old as shit.
Right.
But
these young kids, they don't know shit.
But like, honestly, those are just there are some other cereals out there that just don't taste like I remember when I was a kid. There's Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks don't taste like they used to either anymore. So that was another one of those that I feel like kind of changed a little bit. Like the recipe changed. It's just like, all right, let's just change the shit up just a little bit. Like nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah,
I'm on to you.
They always try to be sneaky about it, but we can tell. We on to you.
I'm on.
We watching you. We coming after you.
Oh. Vic's always coming after somebody. Like, here, watch out. Vic's gonna be around.
Don't give me too much power.
Around the corner. But yeah, but any other comments?
Nope.
All right. We are at the end of our podcast. And again, we appreciate you guys listening and tuning in and hearing us out, like always. And Vic, you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at nowhearmeout.kv.
KV.
Email us at nowhearmeout.kv@gmail.com.
KV.
Follow me on TikTok at I was about to say now hear me out. At WeirdVic_flips. Make sure you like and subscribe our YouTube at Chris and Vic parentheses NHMO. And leave us an Apple review. 5 stars.
5 stars.
That's all I got. What about you?
And follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is BeastModeChris. The E's are 3s. It's BeastModeChris. The E's are 3s. I actually like that. That's pretty cool. But as again, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, like, share, interact. Check out our Instagram. And we're still working on that TikTok. So you guys should be seeing something about that pretty soon. But again, appreciate you guys tuning in. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.